Hi everyone. Hope all of you are good. Just after the game versus Nepal, Sri Lanka lost again 3-2. It was indeed a good game, I would say, after a long time. So, unfortunately, it ended in a loss for Sri Lanka. So, the experts are here again. I would like to welcome Akib and Thabit. Hi, how are you all? How are you both?
Great. I mean, to be honest, it was a nice game to watch when we are comparing with the previous game. But yeah, unfortunately, we lost.
Akib,
Not the
kya
ideal
lage match?
result, but not the ideal result, but good to be here. Yeah.
Akib, kya lage match again? Overall, adahas pada kya na? Match gaya gila.
So compare karot antim match ka it was a better approach. We were attacking. We had an attacking mindset. Not only going for the long balls. අපි දුරට pass කරලා ball එක lose කරන issues අපි වැඩි දැක්කේ නැහැ. So we were අපි දැක්කා මැදින් ball එක pass කරන්න try කරනවා. ඒ chances Kavindu was involved in better and stuff. So ඒක ඇත්තටම ලොකු දෙයක් අපි දැක්ක අන්තිම match එකත් එක්ක. මම හිතන්නේ මේ විදියට අපි ඇත්තටම play කරොත් especially maybe අපි if you are going to bigger teams different story but මේ වගේ team එක බංග්ලාදේශ south at least south asian team එක මේ වගේ approach එකක් කරොත් at least it's fun to watch අපිට දෙයක් බලන්න තියෙනවා comparing to last Bangladesh match. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා ගොඩක් positive points තියෙනවා මේ match එකේ හොඳ පටන් ගන්නවා.
Thabit, your take on the game?
If you're going to compare it to the previous game, definitely a lot much more positive outlook. Just the fact that we scored 2 goals is also something to celebrate about. Also, I really liked the idea of seeing some of our players take shots on goal. You know, there were attempts. At least, again, this I see a big improvement from the previous game. So overall, you know, it's we got a consolation goal towards the end, 3-2, not the perfect result, but then again, I feel we could have turned things around. We could have. I mean, they didn't beat us convincingly, even though it's a 3-2 defeat. I wouldn't accept it as a convincing defeat. There was something to play for, and I wish we should have capitalized it.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
since
so
2015, keep going.
Yeah, what Sabit said last game, I think we had 0 shots on goals, but just before the final whistle, we had 8 shots. And after everything, I think after the final whistle, we probably would have had at least 10 to 11 shots on targets. Not on target, but shot on goals. But that's something to think about when we compare about most of the other games.
I think what we noticed was a change in formation, no? And some of the players were moved around a little bit as well. So perhaps the coach is still trying to figure out what's his best starting lineup. I think the sooner they settle down to their preferred starting lineup, the better for us. Because what I also didn't like seeing was the double substitution at halftime. You know, unless it was going to be a major tactical shift or a major injury or something like that, I don't think it was like totally necessary. But in this case, the double substitution actually resulted in goals scored. So point I'm trying to make here is like I would like the coach to settle down with his starting lineup or with his preferred strong starting lineup and to be ready like from the first minute. So we're seeing a lot of changes like in the last 2 games, even during the game, lots of changes during the game. So that unsettled nature is visible on the pitch because when players are moving around, and also like I think another change to the formation was, or the lineup was, because we had a red card in Puslas from the first game. So I think that the coach would have obviously moved things around a little bit. But I liked seeing Dylan and Akib in the starting lineup today. So I hope to see, I don't know what the strong 11 according to the coach is, but I have a good feeling like game 3 we're going to see a different lineup for sure.
Yeah, as Tabit said, like the chemistry we were even discussing during the game, there is some uneasiness. Maybe there is not much of chemistry, but these players are just starting to play together. Probably played 2 or 3 games till now, two
Yeah.
qualifiers and 2 games here. So we should give some time for them as well. Then they will get settled. They will know each other better. Then they will come to a better position to do a like proper game. But
I don't
yeah.
wish to be I don't wish to be too critical here, but Akib, but this kind of thing needs to happen before the tournament. And when we are going to we are playing in an international tournament where the results actually matters. So this is not a time and place to experiment with the starting 11. The experimentation should be done before the tournament happens, and that's where you have friendly matches, that's where you have camps. So but I also understand like some of the players only arrived to the team camp just maybe 2 days 3 days before the tournament started. So it's an impossible task for the coaching staff to actually get something going. So I think there are lots of challenges. I don't blame them. However, from an outside perspective, what I'm seeing is the team is not settled.
100% we see
That's what
that.
do you think is a cause for loss of this particular game? Where did you actually lose it?
Okay.
Uh, to be honest, Puslas, as you mentioned, that's a big loss in that defensive lineup. If he would have been there, the defensive lineup would have been much better, and he would have made a lot more tackles in the ball in that back line. So I think that's where actually we lacked a little bit if we current setup. But overall in defense, that's where we actually, I think, lost.
Difficult to mention an exact reason for why we lost. Like multiple factors. Again, I think Sujan put in a brilliant performance. A few individual saves in the second half. Saved a bit of embarrassment for us. So I think defensively we definitely missed out on having Puslas in the starting lineup. Uh, what do you call? I would have preferred a little bit more stability and control in the midfield. So I think that's why we lost it. But then again, I'm really happy the fact that like we actually got out there and got 2 goals there. So I think that was a big deal.
I
And
don't want to be so criticizing the midfield because we actually felt like we having a midfield this game rather than when we are comparing to the
No,
previous. So
Akib, a particular goal against.
Akib, I understand where you're coming from, but I'm just
yeah,
trying to like compare to the previous game. I think we definitely missed not having Puskas in the starting lineup for sure,
mm,
and I think that had an effect on the rest of the lineup.
100%. Yeah. Akib, what
Akib,
was your question? Yeah.
regarding the goal of Mervyn Hamilton and the build up for that goal, let's talk about it.
Fantastic.
Look,
Akib.
it's amazing. That's where experience count. The Marvin Hamilton's goal is his perfect execution. Everything is fine. But did you all see the dummy by Fazal? That's what led to the goal. Actually, he drove that defender, creating space for Marvin, and Marvin had enough space, enough time, everything to execute that shot. It's absolute blinder, but yeah, it's kind of a team goal. It came by the corner. Fazal dummy, Marvin took it. So it's it's amazing to see that. I mean, something like that.
Yeah,
I
Tariq,
would
your take
actually
on this
like to
one?
see. I would like to see Fazal and Marvin start the next game in midfield. If the two of them can start in central midfield, and with maybe Marvin playing an attacking role and Fazal playing a more defensive role just behind Marvin, I feel he could be the anchor to the team. and I feel both of them, with their experience and knowledge of the game, could control the match for the Sri Lanka team. And then it's just my suggestion, but look, I'm sure the coaching staff have their own ideas. But it was very, very positive performance in the second half, including Fazal in that midfield and getting Marvin to drop a little bit. There was good bond, good communication between these two players, and I think we've got to capitalize on it. And I hope the coach sees that in the second half and would perhaps start them in the next game. But then again, I don't know what their plans are.
I'm not sure if I heard it right, but I would actually like Marvin more like playing a defensive mid and Fazal kind of playing an attacking role. And then Marvin can get those shots in. Fazal can create some little bit of space and get. Marvin has power. That shot, we saw that he can generate absolute power in those shots. So if that
Either
happens,
way, Akib, they could also play a very loose role where they could both move
100%.
and play.
Yes.
I mean, the point I'm trying to make here is I would like both of them in the middle of the park to control the game.
No
I
doubt.
think that's a good partnership. Both of them. I mean, that was one of the positives to come out of the second half, was to see the link up play between Marvin and Fazal. So
And
that for me is, I mean, we got to make use of it, man. The talent is there. It's just, can we get them to gel? Maybe it'll be interesting to see, what the combination would be for the third game. Like I said, the feeling that I'm getting is they're still trying to figure out their best 11. And I don't think the team knows what their best 11 is.
And mind you, we haven't won an international game for almost 6 years now. It's a long wait. I think we'll have to wait more. So we'll hope out of the 4 games, we at least win one game, at least for the fans. There were a lot of fans today even to support the team.
That was amazing, to see the Sri Lankan support in the stadium. For me, I was really, really like thrilled. I mean, they were wearing fan jerseys. So, something, here's something else. Like, yes, I want them to win for the fans, for sure. But I want them to win for themselves also, They need to experience what it's like to win a game, man. You're training for months and years, and you're playing, you're wearing the jersey, you're representing your country. You got to know the taste of victory, So I think that is something that I want the team to experience, hopefully in this tournament. But if not, perhaps in the future, we got to play some tournaments, we got to play some friendlies, and know what it's like to taste victory, and then that would motivate the boys to go even further.
Exactly.
Because nobody wants to lose every day, man. Like after a certain point, you're just gonna kick the boots away and just give up. So you need to give them a reason to keep playing. So I hope, like, winning is and winning is addictive, man. Once you start winning, like, you gotta I like this. But like you said, for 6 years they haven't tasted it, so it's a bit of a dry, I mean, not bitter, like a very long dry patch.
True. I'll hope that things will turn around very soon, David. And Akib, your player of the day?
Akhil, I think we haven't won a competitive game in 6 years. I think
Yes, exactly.
we won a friendly
game.
against Laos 2-0. I think Akib also was scoring in that game. Yes, but still, we haven't won anything in competitive level in past 6 years. So that's hard. Player of the game, again, same as the last game. I mean, none other than the Superman, the Sujan. Man, he make double saves, triple saves everywhere. Unless for that, it would have been at least like 4 or 5 goals probably. This, it's amazing what he do, and that
I really like.
One problem
I
I'm
really
having
like
is, are we
Sujan.
over dependent on Sujan?
Yes, there's that responsibility given to him. He's wearing the captain's armband, so there is that added pressure as well. But as we all know, like, being a goalkeeper is a very tough job, so I think he's doing it with remarkable responsibility. You could tell, like, there's a bit of maturity there as well. Yes, I agree. Sujan had a really good game, but I just feel like today my player of the game would be Marvin Hamilton, because that goal was so beautiful, and his link-up play in the second half was also very encouraging and very positive. I like the way he linked up with Fazal in the second half, and obviously, like, yes, we got a consolation goal in the towards the end, but I felt like he was one of the reasons for us for pushing forward. So I'm going to go with Marvin as my player of the game.
And also Akib, I think Kavindu had a
So
superb game today.
Kavindu is superb. He was playing all over the pitch as well. I mean, I don't know what's the plan again when it comes to he was playing in middle, he was playing in the wings. I don't know. We should utilize him much better than this. He can pass, maybe attacking midfield, or I don't know what's the plan is. But what I feel is he's a good player, but we are not utilizing for his like advantages or the skills in like 100%.
Yeah, and it's good to see a bit of a very good commitment from him also, being one of the senior guys in the team, also the vice captain.
He
So
was in
two
the
games.
goal. He was in the both boxes basically. Whenever you see he's on the attacking box, he is on the defensive box always. So it's not easy to do that.
Exactly, and two more games ahead. Your starting 11. You want to see any changes on starting 11 from today's game? I start with Abid.
I would like to see. I want to see Fazal start the game. I want to see like Fazal and Marvin in the middle. I think that'll be really good to see Fazal and Marvin in the middle. Obviously, I don't know. Is Daxon Pusler, does he have a 2 match ban or a 1 match ban?
No, I'm not sure about the competition rules as well. So
So I mean, if he's eligible to play, I'd like to see him obviously back in the lineup. Having I think having Daxon in a centre half, having Fazal in the middle would be good. I would like to see Akib finish the game. I don't want like it's nice to start him, but why did you take him out in 45 minutes? I don't know the reasoning behind it. Maybe he had an injury or something like that, or maybe it was a purely tactical decision. We don't know that yet. But if he's good, you got to keep him. So perhaps my mid uh, would consist Akib, and I'd like him to play a little longer than just 45 minutes as well. And I've heard good things about Rifkan, who came right at the end. I think he just got like maybe 5-6 minutes. Uh, Maybe give him a little bit more time, or perhaps you use him as a center forward and bring Wazim to play a little bit more of a midfield role. Just because I feel we need to hold on to that ball. We're really like losing the ball. So if, it's very hard for the forwards to play their game if they're not going to hold on to the ball. So we need good committed players in the middle of the park to be able to control the game. So in that way, like, I'm just thinking out loud here. Perhaps I would even bring Wazim to the middle of the park a little bit and maybe put somebody like Rifkan up front, just because I know Wasim can dribble the ball, Wasim can hold on to the ball, and Wasim can pass, Wasim can also shoot. So perhaps he could be the guy taking the ball forward, just to create a bit of flair. I mean, we lost 2 games, so it's not like we need a miracle to win the next 2 games to sort of qualify. So, why not try something a little bit daring.
Also, youngster Shifan also had a pretty decent game, I would say, in the first half. Akib.
yeah, I mean he started well. As I said, I don't know why we suddenly substituted him as well. It's it's as Tabit said, it's hard to judge or tell what's happening in the middle. We don't know the plan. It's just what we see. So we don't know the plan, what's going on, etc. As Tabit also mentioned, I would love to see Fazal starting up. Maybe good suggestion to bring Wasim to play in more sort of attacking midfielder role where he can dribble, take a odd shot to the goal, and then we probably can have couple more on targets probably. Maybe Dylan and Akib playing more in a striker role, and if Rifkan can come in, it could advantage as well. So in a starting lineup, if Pusles comes in, if he can play, he should come in back, and Fazal should 100% start. And as Tabit said, we should give a bit more time to the players as well, not just half time and replace. It's what is that, like just playing friendlies, and we need to give chances to the other players. That's not what we are doing here. So
Yeah.
we should give it more time. If you want to bring Rifkan, maybe start at starting 11. You play Akib as a striker, then maybe bring Rifkan at 65th or 70th minute or something, and fresh legs, and you get more attacking options. He will be good to go. So something like this would be better. But I would think I'm thinking Dylan, Fazal, and Akib. All those three players should be in starting 11 compared to the Bangladesh game. But we saw Dylan and Akib in the starting 11, but we didn't see much gaming time for Akib, and also Fazal coming in the second half.
I
So
do have
let's
a
see.
I have a small worry that we saw towards the end of the game. Dylan was limping a little bit, so I hope it's just he's just taken a small hit and he's shaken it off, and I hope there's nothing major out of it. You never know. So let's just hope we don't have any injuries. Something else that I did notice though, as soon as the game ended at final whistle, did you see the Sri Lankan players all dropped on the floor? That
Heartbreaking.
wasn't that wasn't the best of signs, to see all of them just collapsed. So again, it's body language, difficult to judge for us, from the studios and like from behind our laptops, but it's difficult to for us to say. But then again, the entire team collapsing on the floor on the on the full time whistle is also not a good positive image. I'm just saying, the whole Nepal team is standing while all our boys just boom on the floor. So what does it say about our fitness? So I mean, these are just observations. They don't mean too much, but things to be concerned about.
Yeah,
Exactly.
regarding Dylan, yes, he got a hit, but he actually took the penalty after he was perfectly fine, it seems. So I
Hmm.
hope he will be 100% fit for the next game. So he scored the penalty. He was super comfortable. I didn't see any
It was a
worrying.
beautiful penalty. So
Yeah. So speaking about Dylan, I mean, he's absolutely amazing. I was telling like he reminds me a bit of Vinicius, dribbling a lot, coming into the box, but losing. I mean, not getting shots on target at the moment, but good. If you improve that, he's gonna be a gem for Sri Lankan team. He's already, but he's gonna be much brighter if he get that right. Uh, yep.
So
And
that's
maybe
it from
falling down a bit. I think maybe they were so, I don't know, not
time.
fitness. Maybe they more than the tiredness, but they disappointed. They couldn't get that at least a draw. I mean,
possible.
they
But look,
lost.
like I said, this is just body language. This is just purely
Exactly.
body language. I mean, different players react differently. Some of them get angry and they walk away. Some of them don't want to talk to anybody. Some of them just fall to the ground. But what I did notice was like almost all of them just fell on the floor. So I think that just I didn't get a positive. That didn't sit well with
Yeah,
me. But then again,
it didn't.
it's hard for me to judge from here. I don't know what they were thinking or what was going on in their minds at that point, whether they were tired or just upset. It's just an observation.
Of
Yes.
course,
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
good.
Okay, go on.
We don't have anything to worry. But what I felt, maybe they lost a little bit of concentration on that throw in, and then it went to a goal, the third goal basically. Unless for that, and also Chamo kind of missed a chance to put something at least on target at last minute or last few seconds. So maybe that little bit of frustration with those two aspects. Let's see. Hopefully,
Yeah,
they will
and
bounce
in
back.
terms of the tournament, I think Nepal and Bangladesh are currently on top. I think Bangladesh drew the game against India today, which was very, very special for them. And so they are topping the table right now, and we'll see what happens. So India has three more games to go. So anything could happen in this tournament. As far as Sri Lanka is concerned, we have two more games. Still, we can do something. We can win those two. We'll hope, and we can bring some glory to football fans in this country who have been waiting for so long for a win. Even this year, during the World Cup qualifiers, fans were rally behind the team. Everyone were behind the team, supporting them despite the losses previously. So we'll hope that we'll come back and give us two consolation wins going forward, Tavit.
I hope so too. I hope so too. So let's let's go in with some positive feelings for the next game.
Yeah. Unfortunately, our Facebook viewers couldn't join today, so there's a. I think Facebook IT guy Akib will see what happened to it. He doesn't like to
I
say.
don't know, something probably went out with Facebook. Their
So
servers down. Not only Facebook, or everything like WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. Everything is down. Probably the servers are gone. They got a hit for their own servers, likely.
so it shows
So
us
we
how
can't
much
reach it.
social media matters to us. So
But
unfortunately,
on
today's
the
game was not telecasted in Supreme TV due to some issues. So we'll hope the next two games at least will be telecast. So a kind request to Football Federation as well to telecast the next two games so our fans will enjoy our boys playing. And thank you both of you for the
Okay, on the
time.
fact
Yeah,
that for the next couple of games, look, we don't have anything to lose now, and we have two
exactly.
games to play. Just go there, enjoy yourself, play the game. Now, in next two games, maybe coaching staff even can do some experiment even and to think about future as well. They are the thing, but try and get one more win if can. That's the best thing out. If you can at least get a draw against India and maybe win, or at least two draws, that's going to be a big win from point of view. What where are we? But look, our guys, they are doing their best. Sujan is absolutely amazing. All the other players are absolutely amazing. Their efforts, their commitment is really good. Nothing to worry about. I would like to say just keep your heads up, boys, and just enjoy the next game and bring something back. We are behind you, whatever happens, even though we lose. When we saw even Maldives, people are rallying with singing Manike Mage and like with Sri Lankan flags and stuff. That is absolutely amazing. Yes, we lost, but still fans are with you. So just go there and enjoy your game and try and win, probably.
Exactly. October will be a month of happiness for Sri Lankans in terms of sports. That's what we all are hoping for. So
Fingers crossed. Let's hope for some happy results going forward.
happy
Thanks,
results
Akil, for
because
having me on the show.
sure,
No
sure.
worries.
Thanks. I will catch you again during the next game with some
See
exciting
you.
news for our fans.
For
Thank you
sure, for
both.
sure.
Thank you both,
Thanks.
and good night. And we'll catch you again soon.
Bye.
Thanks.
See you.